about the benefits of being a wheelchair user. Whoop, whoop. One of the best benefits of being a wheelchair user is the fact that being in a wheelchair actually allows me to do a lot of really cool stuff in the time that I'm not using my wheelchair, like wearing my prosthetic leg, which is actually pretty cool when I get to wear my prosthetic leg. Even though I can't wear it the entire day yet, I can wear my prosthetic leg when I'm not in my wheelchair, and the only reason I can wear my prosthetic leg is because I use the wheelchair at home and other places during the time that I don't have it on. A great benefit to being in a wheelchair is being able to pop wheelies. And popping wheelies is not just fun to do, but it's also practical because it gets you around curbs and steps and other little bumps along your way. So learning to pop a wheelie is actually practical and fun. Another great benefit to being an amputee or to using a wheelchair is the fact that you can use a system like this. This is a SMOV 1 system that goes on the back of a wheelchair, and this system allows the wheelchair user to drive the wheelchair completely autonomously with the drive system, and all you do is you just hold on to the rims of your wheelchair to steer it. And so instead of pushing, it pushes you for you. I think one of the funnest benefits to being in a wheelchair is customizing your wheels to your personality. Woo! I have mine a sparkly blue so that when you go out in the sun, it sparkles and it's really pretty. Being in a wheelchair allows you to use cool tools like this. A grabber so you can reach things, and it allows you to think of solutions that you might not otherwise think of, like something stuck at the back of the cupboard. Use the grabber! In addition to using cool tools like a grabber, being in a wheelchair actually allows you to ask for help more often than you would otherwise. It can help teach you that receiving help isn't such a bad thing after all. Now, I will preface this with the fact that not all disabled people immediately need help all the time. They should ask for it, or you should ask them, hey, do you need help? And they can tell you yes or no. Being a wheelchair user actually allows for greater independence and mobility. Without my wheelchair, I wouldn't be able to leave my house when I can't wear my prosthetic leg, like, at all. And so having my wheelchair is a great blessing to me, and it's really quite an amazing tool to have. And as an amputee that can't get around much on my prosthetic leg, having a wheelchair is something that I've actually learned to be genuinely grateful for. Becoming a wheelchair user myself allowed me to have more compassion and understanding for others who are also in wheelchairs. It opened this door to me learning so much more about the disabled community and the conditions that oftentimes land people in wheelchairs, whether they're born with them or they end up in an accident, or if they just fall ill one day and end up in a wheelchair. All of these things have been pretty amazing to me to learn, and I hope that for you, these things are also something that you'll be interested in as well. One of my favorite perks to being in a wheelchair is getting free admission to all of the national parks in the United States. I mean, how cool is that? You can go to any national park anytime you want in your entire lifetime for free. That's pretty cool. A great perk to being in a wheelchair is making videos for disability inclusion. Making these kinds of videos for disability inclusion allows me to meet people that I wouldn't otherwise meet. It's allowed me to make friends through the internet, and it's allowed me to have a sense of purpose every day when I plan these videos and make them for you guys, because I know that I'm doing something that can make a difference in the world. One of the best perks of being in a wheelchair is realizing that there's a lot of hobbies that you still can do in your wheelchair. And recognizing and realizing what you still can do while being in a wheelchair is one of the most powerful realizations that you will ever have if you are a wheelchair user. And realizing, like, hey, there are things that I still can do, and keeping up a list of things that you can do is great for your mental health as well as your physical health. For example, keeping up on things like singing and card games are things that you can still do as a wheelchair user. And finally, coming back to the point of being in a wheelchair allows me to do cool stuff with my prosthetic, I'm gonna show you guys some photos of what I've been up to with physical therapy, because my dad came and was able to help me take these photos. So thank you, Dad! Tell him thanks in the comments for all the photos. Watching this video all the way through. It really means a lot to me as the creator that you're watching the content all the way through, because it shows that you care about the time that it takes to create this content. If you would like to see the video that YouTube recommends for you, click over here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!